Welcome back to the Outsourcing Insider. Now, how do you become a virtual assistant with no experience? And what about if you live in the Philippines? Is this possible? I actually propose that it's very possible. In fact, no experience is prime for the type of people that I love to hire. So let me explain. So I'm going to start out in this episode talking about experience, because some experience is good, but some experience is hurtful for you becoming a virtual assistant. And I'm going to share some advice because I've been hiring people in the Philippines for 14 years. I've got a team of 23 full-time people that are in the Philippines now. And so from my experience, I'm going to share some advice on how you can be more successful at getting a job and staying employed as a virtual assistant, even if you don't have any experience now. So the reason that I say that no experience can actually prepare you for becoming a virtual assistant is this. The best jobs for a virtual assistant are those that run a system. So as an employer, as a boss, as the creator of my company, I create systems. So we do video editing. That's one of the tasks in my company. But I don't just hire a video editor and say, here's the video files, you get to work, you figure it out. No, I've created a very, very specific system. In fact, let me give you another example. 14 years ago, I did custom website design. But I had a 4-step process. That was my system. So step 1 is we would get ideas from our client. They would show us, hey, what websites do you like? What websites have you seen out there on the internet that you like and you think would be a good idea for your design on your website? So that was step 1, collect ideas. Step 2 is we would take those ideas and create mock-ups. So we wouldn't create websites, we would just create images in Photoshop that looked like websites. Step 3 is we would show those website design ideas to our clients and get feedback, like which one did they like, which features did they like from the other ones, do they have any new ideas, right? And then step 4 is we would take all that input that we got. We might have to repeat some of those steps until we get it right, but then step 4 is we would turn that into a working website, either WordPress or Joomla. So I had refined that system. So when I'm hiring a virtual assistant, they don't need to reinvent the wheel. They just have to run the system. So in this example, do they need experience? Well, it would be helpful if they knew how to do Photoshop. And because I created a system with different steps, I might hire different people for the various steps. I might hire one person that manages Photoshop and another person that sets that up on WordPress. So if you want to work for a web design company, you might not need to have all the skills, you just need to have some skills. Now, if you have a dream job or a dream career that you would love to work in down the road, then what can you do now? Now, one option is, I can go to school and let's say I want to get video editor training. Okay, that is an option, but think about this. You could just start editing videos now. Just experiment, create yourself a portfolio, or if you want to do bookkeeping, start doing bookkeeping. Just practice, just make stuff up, but get used to using the software. Software like QuickBooks or like Adobe Premiere, there are tutorials on YouTube on how to use these things. So you can get experience quickly if you don't have any experience now. Then when a boss hires you and puts you in a role, hopefully they have a system for you. And so those tutorials will give you all the training you need to get in there. And if you do a trial assignment with them, you'll know if it's a fit or not. If it's not a fit, then it's okay. You can apply to another company. But if it is a fit, that little bit of practice and that little bit of training got you the job, and then the job is going to give you experience. Because think about this. If you don't have any experience and you want to become a virtual assistant, then don't have too high expectations for your very first job. Just take a job because that job will give you experience. And then when you're ready to apply to your next job, you have more experience and you know more of what to look for and what you're capable of. Now, as you get experience and as you really put some thought into what your dream job is, focus your profile around that. Don't just say, I will do whatever you want. I want to be a virtual assistant, because then no one knows if you're a right fit for them. But if you put something specific like bookkeeping or thumbnail design or video editing or a certain type of research, like focus your profile around that. Create a title for your profile that tells the employer exactly what job they should hire you for. Now, as you get more experience and you've been working for a company, if you realize, you know what, there's another position in this company that I think I would enjoy a lot more, or a position in this company that I would really enjoy learning. I would love to learn more how to do that. Talk to your employer about it. I've had that happen many times where an employee suggested something. They've been great. They've done well in a certain position. I want them to have job satisfaction. I want them to work for me for many, many years. And if they have feelings like that, instead of them quitting and trying to go get another job, I would love to have them try another position. It doesn't happen all the time, but in the times that's happened in my company, it's worked out, and that new position has been a better fit for them. Now, when you're employed as a virtual assistant, I invite you to take initiative and show leadership. Show that you can be a team player, or that you can be a good example, or when somebody else is struggling, you offer to help them out and pick up the slack. That makes you so valuable to your employer that you're going to get pay raises, you're going to get promotions, and you're going to be employed for a very long time. Now, I created a resource that I hope will be a really big help for you. If you go to va.school, so virtual assistant, va.school, there's a course that I created, and I hope you find it helpful.